This is Unit 13 here on scene at the homestead, and I want to share with you some modifications I did to some sockets that were modified to drive these 15-inch ground anchors in that we use to stake our tents down in sandy environments like we have here in Florida. What I did is I went to Harbor Freight and I purchased two impact driver sockets, a 32 and a 27 millimeter socket. What I did was modify them so that there would be two openings or slots in the side of the socket so that those eyelets would fit down in through there. I chose the impact driver sockets because it would allow me to either use a regular hand socket driver manual. I could use an electric drill with it to drive it into the ground, or I can use an impact driver. That way it gives me all three options. If I purchased just a normal socket and did it, I'm not sure that I would be comfortable using that with an impact driver. However, this gives us all the options. To get the grooves in the side of the sockets, what I did is mark out lines on the socket where I wanted to remove the material. Then I used an angle grinder with a cutting blade on it to follow those initial layout lines. Once I had those cut in, then I used a normal grinding wheel on that angle grinder to remove that remaining little nub of material that's sticking out there. There is one of the large eyelet anchors in the 32 millimeter socket, and then there's one of the smaller eyelets in the 32 millimeter. Here's a side view where I opened up that slot a little too much on the 32. However, it will still drive those anchors into the ground. Here is the 27 millimeter with the large eyelet, and here's the 27 with the smaller eyelet. Here's a side view. The tolerances on this are much tighter than they were on the 32 millimeter. That's the one I did first. And then here's the end result, just using a regular socket driver. And I'm doing this in real time without speeding up the process so we can see how long it takes to actually do it. While we're watching this, if you plan on going to Harbor Freight to get a socket or two, don't forget to get a 20% off coupon and one of those freebies. That's the way to get the best deal out of Harbor Freight. That's all I have for this video. This is Unit 13. I'm out.
Engine 94, Rescue 866, sick person correction site, intersection of Vernon and 10th. Engine rescue, correction, engine 209, rescue 9, immediate dispatch unconscious.